everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Spiritual Superpowers. This is Karen, I'm Dawn, and today we have a very interesting video for you.
Yeah, it's something that a lot of people have asked us questions about.
Questions,
yeah. And we're going to talk about orbs.
Since the beginning of our channel, we've been getting comments and questions and videos and pictures from people, from viewers about orbs. So it's long overdue, but we're finally getting around to it.
Yeah. So let's explain first what orbs are. Orbs are balls of light. When you take photos or video, they kind of appear kind of randomly. And obviously in the photos, they're stationary, but in the video, they tend to move.
Yes.
Now, some skeptics could say that they're specks of dust or, a fly or a moth flying around. But I think what you'll notice from some of the footage that we have is we know that a fly or a moth doesn't fly in a straight line. It's sort of erratic or whatever. And, dust particles would float around and that sort of thing. So we have some great footage where you can see how these orbs behave differently.
And actually, I have the video from Marketa, who is a professional photographer and videographer, and she sent me one of the clips when we were in Arizona at a haunted hotel, saying that she went through the footage. She cannot explain what this thing is floating in the hallway. And her being a professional, she can't explain it in a digital electronic way. So it had nothing to do with the film.
Right. And also she's a little bit of a skeptic too.
Very much, yes.
So a skeptic and a professional photographer, and she can't explain it in any other way. So why don't we just kind of show that footage for a moment?
All right, so here you go. Here's our friend Marketa and I in Arizona at a haunted hotel.
And then 32. So this room is supposed to be the most haunted room in the whole hotel. This one right here.
Okay, so that's very cool. So what do you think that was?
Well, it was right in front of the most haunted room in the hotel. So I think it was definitely a spirit, and it's white in color.
So let's talk about the colors of orbs, right? Because if you go to the website foreverconscious.com, they do talk about the colors of orbs. And the lighter colors seem to be angels or, family or friends in spirit. So now, if you get a blue one, apparently it's more of an archangel or a spirit guide.
Right. Yeah.
And then if you get an orange or a red one, it's a protective spirit.
And you have a really good picture.
Yes. So sometimes there's more than just orbs. There's other shapes that kind of show in different photos and that sort of thing.
Right. And if in the picture, it looks like an orb until you scroll in, and then you can really see the reflection and the sacred geometry, or what looks like wings.
Right.
Yeah.
And the photo that we're showing you now with the wings, the person felt that was Archangel Michael, and it's orange and red, and Archangel Michael is a protection archangel, right?
Yeah.
So, that's very, very cool.
Plus the fact that she had the sense that it was him as well, right? So, I mean, there's a lot to our instincts and our ability to know that there's a presence there.
Right. And I think when you notice an orb in photos or video, just what does your intuition tell you? Who is that or what is that, right?
And whatever comes to mind, it might just be, right?
Is usually the case. Yeah. So there was another story about orbs that I read online, and I don't have footage, but I have a photo that is very similar, and I'll put that up now. And what happened was some people were putting on this music festival, and it was at night, and so they were filming the festival, and as the musicians started to play, all these orbs came in from everywhere.
Wow.
It was like this angelic audience came to watch and listen to the music, which is very cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it is hard to I'm sure that a lot of people looking at that picture see it as dust or something, but for the people who were there and saw how clear of a sky it was and how happy of an environment it was, that shot probably stands out as more authentic and captivating with the orbs than it just being specks of dust.
Right. And it also happened when the music started to play.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
So there was a timing of it.
Yeah.
So we have some other video sent to us originally by a friend. And this person, what he did is, there were some back doors in their house and there were some break-ins in the neighborhood. So he decided to put up a motion detection camera facing at the back doors of the house. And in the morning he got an alert, and so he went to check it out, and this is what he saw. So what happened then is it started happening every night.
Sorry? And
There's no one there. And how could specks of dust do this every single night, right? In a very similar manner.
Or trigger the motion detector. Right?
Exactly. And then eventually they got this video. And as you can see, there's lots of orbs coming in, right? And so at first he was a little, I don't want to say scared, but a little spooked. So this, so initially this guy was a little spooked. What is this? So that's why his friend reached out to us, and eventually to Marianne Kennedy, who we've done some episodes with. And I think she was able to tune in and discover that this was his father that had recently passed away, and maybe some of his friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I just love that video. It is really cool because it's so smooth and you can almost see them coming in from the window.
And they're coming in from the window and then going up, and they have a loft and it kind of goes up to their bedroom.
Yes. Understandable that you're a little spooked out. I get it.
Yeah.
But it's also heartwarming at the same time.
Yeah, so you know what I was thinking of doing is putting a motion detector video up in our loft. And then I thought, do I really want to know? Do I really want to know what's going on up there?
Yeah. It's nice to tune in when we want to, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would know who it would be.
The next set of pictures that we're going to show you, it was my friend Dawn. We grew up together, and last summer when we were together at a cottage, she had shown me these pictures of a holiday out east, out in Twillingate, Newfoundland, and she was there with her whole family. And I scrolled through the pictures. They were absolutely beautiful, and her knowing what I do, she, just asked, her father had just passed away, and she said, do you think he's around me? And I said, of course, he's in the pictures with you. And she's like, what are you talking about? And then I showed her, as you will see right now, that in the photos of just her on the beach with the boys, you'll see there's her dad as an orb, coming and closer and spending all his time with the boys. Now, all the other pictures that she showed me of her sister and her family, her brother and his family, her mom or grandmother, that kind of thing, there were no orbs. It was just solely when it was her and her boys. So I think that brought a lot of comfort to her, and she's just loved those pictures ever since. And I think that that's something, maybe look for those.
Yeah. I went back and I looked through a lot of photos, and I did find the odd
Did
one.
you?
Yeah.
It's funny
Yeah,
how you don't
not
really notice
often,
them.
but I do find the odd one that shows one. And also, I went through a video of an episode that we did on the Haunted Birdcage Theater in Tombstone, and there's an orb kind of around there. So actually, a viewer pointed it out.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
I like that.
So that also brings me to the next point. If you have some very cool videos or photos with orbs in them, post them. Post them and in the comment box below. And
We
we'd like
could
to see
even
some of
try
them.
and tune in and see
Yeah.
if we can, like we did with the haunted restaurant in Toronto. We were able to pick up on the ghost and communicate with her. So you never know, we might be able to communicate with some of the orbs and tell you who's in those pictures.
So anyway, I hope you found this episode a little fun. We think it's kind of a fun thing to notice and to bring into people's awareness. So
Yeah, so happy orb hunting.
yes. And actually that reminds me, I love to go out into the woods at night and
There's a line you don't hear very often.
and take photos of some places that I feel have really good energy, especially in our fairy forest next door, and see if we can get some cool orb photos.
I think it's worth it. So stay tuned for that episode too.
Yeah.
We're going to try and capture some orbs on film.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button as well as that notification bell right next to it so you don't miss another episode.
So thanks for tuning in as always, and we'll see you guys again sometime soon.